トッシーさんとマチョコさんに来ていただきました。ベジタブルズです。それでは一曲これからお届けしましょう。ありがとうございました。
Just gonna eat corn nuts for you. I'm just gonna eat corn nuts for you while you. We're almost ready to start. I think Alex has to get out the phone first, but in the meantime, I don't want to deprive you of this content. Oh, I didn't have the volume up, but now you can hear me. Almost. Yeah, I know corn nuts can break your teeth, but I'm really careful with my corn nut age. Oh, we're live, but we're only live on here. We're only live on here, Brooklyn. No sound. No sound. You said no sound. Oh, you definitely don't have mics. Hold on. There we go.
There we go. Sorry, I had to take a call. Companies, guys. I hate waiting for fucking okays on stuff. It takes forever.
It does suck.
I know. Let's go ahead and first of all, I want to say hi to everyone who's in the chat. So I'm going to go to the chat. Going to go to the Patreon thing. I'm going to press the chat button. We're all going to chat. Everyone's going to chat.
All gonna chat.
We're all going to chat, guys. Let's fucking chat. Let's cyber.
You guys, let's chat. Wait, whoa, cyber? Only if, what's her name? Susan Powder is here?
Susan Powder. Got your loins girdled?
Dude, she girdles.
Squirtled?
She squirtles me.
Man, I feel so bad after that Slurpee. Holy shit.
Yeah, I am feeling the same way.
That's awful. And I won. You didn't even finish yours. You bish.
You are gonna have to have way more diarrhea than I did.
Ice cold, baby. Ice cold.
Awful.
Cody Roku says, I'm talking to Brooklyn on Instagram.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
We were talking about the size of my sandwich because he was like, is that a really huge sandwich or are you just really small?
Brooklyn's tiny. It's all mine. It's all TV. TV magic.
I have Alex is not tiny. Don't let him beguile you.
I love that character. Give me that spiky hair.
His flat top situation. I have small hands.
No, you don't. You got like spindly witch fingers.
I have witch hands.
Look at how long her fingers are. Hold your fingers up.
My hands. I have a 13 key spread, but my hands width-wise are very small.
Is that how you determine how long hands are? 13 key spread?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how you determine how great the distance
Brooklyn
is.
can touch someone's butthole and their belly button all at the same time.
Yes, I can.
Yes, she can. Skateboard update, very near completion. Every time I'm skateboarding, I'm very near completion, Trevor. Thank you. Dem's pretty long fingers. They really are. They're long.
Yeah.
I'd know.
Yeah.
You should just learn where the prostate is so I can stop going to the doctor.
What?
Jid M said, Brooklyn, I've watched Princess Mononoke 3 times in the last 6 days.
I actually watched it on Sunday.
Swag.
I watched it on Sunday, and it reaffirmed how much I like it. And I'm going to make Alex and Sonia go see it with me.
Maybe.
Not debatable.
Maybe. Okay, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about racism, guys. Let's really get into it.
Oh, are we gonna talk about this in the after show?
Well, I just
Now
want
that we have eliminated the losers from Twitch.
Right? We fixed racism.
We fixed racism.
No.
Guys, put a Band-Aid on
Round
it.
of applause.
Put a Band-Aid on it and suck it up. What? Nothing. Well, of course white people fix racism. They started it.
It is actually our responsibility to undo it, as we did start it. So
Thomas Logan said, I weigh .90 Alex's. That's not true. I'm very light, Thomas. I'm 175 pounds.
well, then he weighs 175 times 0.9.
Wow. Brooklyn, you really, wow, you did it. Mission accomplished. That was math, babe.
Okay, Google. What is 90?
Show me pictures of titties.
Oh, my phone had to be unlocked, so I didn't do
Oh,
anything.
he said, and I'm lighter. You know what I mean.
She doesn't understand.
Shut up, Google Home. You know exactly what I mean. Put him on a big TV.
Alex and I both have Google phones, and he has a Google Home. And so anytime I use the OK Google function, everyone in the room just starts screaming at me.
That's true, because you're going to target too many things. Just subtract 17.5. Yeah, that's how you do nines. So he weighs whatever that is. So here's what happened. I'm not a perfect man.
No, and
Sometimes in the past, I have thought stereotypes are funny. Hell, sometimes I do still laugh at them. But anytime we've done anything on this show, I have done my due diligence by at least making me not tell the joke. So I present the joke. Like anytime we did anything Jewish with Yaniv, I am not Jewish. I probably am, but that's beside the fact.
You've told me that you basically are.
Yes, but that's not the same. Anytime we did anything Jewish, it was Yaniv doing it, and Yaniv would be like, "That's funny." So it kind of falls under the same guise of like if Yaniv writes a Jewish joke, and we did Mountain Dew, and he drank. Actually, I didn't tell him to do any of the shit after Mountain Dew, but he like took it and like raised it up to the sky and poured it on his face and whatever. That was all Yaniv. I mean, I put that in the same category as Yaniv thought of a way to make fun of himself and then did. Because I was just like, Yaniv, I think this is funny. Do you want to do it? And he was like, fuck yeah. We used to do a lot of that shit with Los. Los loved making fun of his own people. So he did a lot of Hispanic stuff. Nick does that shit too. And then there was one time I was like, dude, Cinco de Mayo, let's put on these sombreros, big funny hats. And then Nick was like, maybe we shouldn't put on the sombreros. And I fought because I was like, well, what's negative about a sombrero? But I think I learned that it doesn't matter what, like, it's not like I was like, okay, let's fucking have them jump over a border wall and shit like that. It's not what I said. It was like, I thought a sombrero was just a hat that it was actually Mexican in nature that was funny looking. And then Nick was like, not a good idea. And I was like, well, I disagree. And then we didn't do it. And now looking back, I'm glad we didn't do it.
I'm glad.
But it's due diligence. Because, like, oh, man. I didn't say this on the show because, like, I don't actually believe it as cut and dry. But, like, Chappelle said, like, he was doing this food bit. And he was like, it's like he was talking about, like, I think the joke was like, what do Latin people eat? Beans, rice, corn. It's not a reason to hate, but it is funny. And it was part of this whole larger joke where he was talking about what white people eat and stuff. So,
yeah,
which rings true with, like, I said, like, I don't think, I'm not saying that you can't laugh at a stereotype. It just has to be told correctly by the people who can make that joke.
Yeah, I think
at themselves.
I think that it's fine to laugh at people making fun of themselves.
I still laugh at Yaniv doing Mountain Dew. I still laugh at that shit. It's still funny. I don't think that was an error. Oh, someone found the GIF in our Discord. Yeah, I thought her apology was the worst part. Yeah, it was really a gray area until she was like, I'm sorry. Hey, African Americans. First of all, she's Canadian, so I don't even know why she's saying that. But if they're offended, I'm sorry. You're a snowflake, and everything I say, literally anything you'd be offended by, and I'm sorry we did that. We being white people to you. And I was like, well, she isn't. She is acting out of malice now. So that's why I was like, kind of targeting, being like, well, fuck that sentiment. She's wrong, which is why I wanted to talk about it.
I feel like there's no way you can spin snowflake into something good. Like, at least SJW is like a term that you can like reclaim, be like, oh, I'm pro social justice.
Yeah, yeah.
Snowflake has become so incredibly derogatory.
Well, and it always, like, social justice warrior, those words don't inherently, when used about a person, mean that person is bad in any way. It means that they are a person who thinks that social justice is important and wants to do what they can to help. Maybe they have now collected the connotation of being annoying online because other people don't like having their shit pointed out to them.
But I wouldn't say, like, don't even give the connotation, like, That's an annoying person. That's not a like the snowflake lumps in everyone who's like who gives a shit about something, and it's like, well, fuck. It's just people who are empathetic about people who are having a hard time, or even if it's themselves. It's like, okay, well then you're making fun of the idea of having empathy for somebody else. If you look at somebody else and be like, I don't want to fucking care about your shit, you snowflake. I want the world to be you can't care about anything, and I get to do my thing, and it's like, well, fuck you. You are making fun of the idea of empathy, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. No, I think that snowflake has always been just derisive.
Sure. I did the thing today because I thought I was going to walk away from it feeling better about something. But at the end of the day, I feel a little bit worse because I'm like, what is the way to, like, you know, I kind of looked at Twitch and it's like, it's so frustrating right now of like everyone being like, fuck this. Everyone's so defeatist. And I was like, there's got to be a way to have some sort of conversation where we can all come together and be like, hey, let's fucking create a set of rules that everyone's like, don't do that. And you know, even within that conversation, there were people who I think were just being super short-sighted. I called somebody out, which I look back, we probably shouldn't have done, whatever. But like, it's so stupid. Like,
I was surprised you did.
Yeah, but why would he say that? I don't care if I lost that guy. What a dumb thing to say.
Yeah. No, I mean,
because he's offending anyone. It was just a dumb thing to say.
That is, I think, a part of like helping resolve this problem is when you hear something that's fucking stupid like that, to be like, bro, that's stupid. Like, and you should feel dumb about it because it's dumb.
Yeah, and also, how did she think that was a good, like, so weird?
It's, I actually.
You know, it could have been better if she would have gone. I have black friends.
Yeah. I have black friends.
So shut up. I solved racism. Put a Band-Aid on it. Stop complaining, motherfuckers.
Don't tell me that you've been oppressed. I don't care. But what's funny is I'm sure that girl's a feminist because she is a woman.
Yeah.
So she's just a dick.
Yeah.
Because she's like, I want these things for me, but I don't care about them for.
She has a corporate overlord who has a broad overlord if this ish blows up in her face. I shouldn't be talking about this shit, dude. My shit's like, I can't get fucked. I can't get fucked on this kind of thing. Like, I do other business on Twitch. I can't get in trouble with Twitch. I try not to, which is why I was like, and I do believe in what I was doing. It wasn't just me trying to get in trouble of like, let's have an actual conversation, not just bash someone for being dumb. It's like, I shouldn't, but it just made me so mad that like, you know, just having a reasonable conversation. I think, how could nobody get behind the idea of like, just don't even, I think people were getting too hung up on the voice. I think like, don't think that because if you look back, she thinks she's trying to do something good. She's like, I'm trying to open people's minds to different stories. And there's so many, I can pull the clip up, but there's so many different stories out there and I'm just trying to get them out. And I'm like, but this isn't your story. You can't be like, I'm making this violent drug dealing, homeless black character and talking like this. And that's because I want to get that person's story out there. That's not your story. You are a affluent white person from Newfoundland, Canada. Like, I don't know if that's your story to tell. And I thought that'd be like, oh yeah, let's all agree that she shouldn't have done that. And I would have been like, great, everyone understands now.
But there was actually a disagreement in chat where people were like,
but that's their prerogative, man. And I'm glad everyone was mad at her apology because I'm so tired of fucking. I'm so tired of everyone thinking.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, that's just like, that makes me think not only that you're super wrong, but you're just a bad person because you're willing to lie and try to apologize, which is like just putting on a front that you're fake sorry. Just because you want people to like you, but at the same time, you're still a shithead for being like, I'm sorry I offended you, and I'm actually sorry that I'm not even sorry, I'm angry you're offended. How dare you have an opinion on this? So like, Jeff Ramos says she knows what she's doing. Yeah, she's been doing this for a long time, man.
But
like, fuck that.
If she's seeing that people are watching her and saying, I'm offended by this, and she's like, I don't care, then she's not ignorant anymore. She's been told by people who it applies to that it's offensive, and she's just being a dick. But
I get both sides. I get both sides of the argument. I get why people are frustrated with both sides because it really is. It's two sides of like these like people who are what are called social justice warriors who are annoying. Like, there are some people who are really annoying about solving things that they're uncomfortable with, and like, I get it. It's so easy to lean into those people. And then there are people who are the cuck slingers on the live stream fails and people like that, where it's like, also, everything you're saying is bad. You hate women. You hate anyone who's different from you. You hate anyone who disagrees. Like, that side is also bad. So it's these two extremes of, like, these people who are trying to fight for something they believe in, but in a way that's super abrasive, super annoying, and sometimes do target the wrong things because they are looking for a reason to be outraged. And then people who are outraged at the craziest, most insensitive things I've ever seen in my entire life, and there's nobody trying to bridge that gap. I don't even think I'm the person to do it. I just couldn't handle it today. But like, the fact that it's split up into those two things of like, I want to agree with the message that these people who are being branded as SJWs are saying, but they are so fucking, they're doing it the wrong way, and I'm pissed at those people too.
I think that the whole, like, anytime a white person talks about issues that don't concern them directly,
That's what we did.
yeah, but people love to be like, as soon as you're a white person who says that's unfair to black people, as soon as you say that, without anything else, there's people on the internet who are right there, who are like, you fucking social justice warrior. And it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I care about people, and I want for things to be fair for them. I want for my white privilege to be disintegrated, because though it gives me an advantage, I don't think that that's fair for other people. Like,
Yeah,
I don't want
I
it
agree.
to exist.
Someone said, can we get Coral's voice in this? Coral, if you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to.
I mean, I agree with what you guys are saying.
You just sit really close to that mic.
I agree with you guys.
Yeah, I don't think anyone here disagreed. People were like, I wish Nick was here too. I'm sure if Nick wants to share whatever he's thinking, he can say that too.
Is he here?
I don't know.
Is he here in
You
spirit?
never know. Who was typing in the chat?
Is
Was it
he
one of
here
us?
in spirit?
Nick was.
Oh, it was Nick. Okay, well, there you go. Maybe Nick will chime in. There's toxic sides to both. How do you guys feel about John Oliver?
I like him.
I like him. I usually am bored by the end of a show, but that's not.
But like, is he like a liberal cucktard?
Oh.
Like justifiably like annoying, or is he?
No.
No, and that's such a weird thing, because it's like.
Thank you. Sorry.
I don't feel like it's comparable to say someone is grading or someone's strategies are a little off. That's comparable to people who actively make the world a worse place for the majority of the people on it. Like, those aren't like, well, who's the worst of two evils?
Yeah.
Like, no, one's evil, one's annoying, and that's different.
Yeah, here's where I'm trying to look back and be like, so well, Wilgen said I have no idea how this gets fixed, which is a good point. And I think it sucks that like John Oliver is always seen as this like liberal guy. So the anyone on the other side of that spectrum, which I don't even care to identify, because I'm always like, I'm a super liberal guy, and then someone's like, what about this like cameraman union? I'm like, fuck that thing. So there's like, I do weird shit all the time. But it's like
your opinions by and large don't really take one side heavy or the other. They're very flip floppy, which isn't bad. I think most
I like
people,
making money, but I also don't want people to be oppressed. It's a weird time to be in America for both of those things. So, but
I
like,
think,
but I'm also guilty of, for the record.
well, I to be fair, I think that you should just formulate your own thoughts and not just do what people
being
tell
like,
you to do.
Well, I want my taxes. I want to get more money from taxes, so I guess I also hate gays, and you can't get an abortion. Like that's
Right.
The whole party system.
Right,
fucks that up.
like you can have different views about financial things and like and this and that and human rights and like all these things. Like you can make your own opinions, and I think that is how everyone should be, and everyone would be happier if they did
But
that.
I think the way to fight it is what John Oliver does, which is like you kill it with information and research. And I feel like nobody on Twitter, people on YouTube do it, and those are the popular channels, you know? Like, think of, like, I mean, this is all very personal and shallow things a lot of time, but, like, a lot of the stuff iDubbbz does with the Content Cop is amazing, if only because, I don't agree with a lot of stuff he says, but if only because the amount of research he does. He watches, like, 100 hours of terrible people's videos just for the fact that like he has, and that's what John Oliver, like most of their team is researchers. Like they have clips and they have sound bites and they have points for everything. And I feel like the one thing that I should have stuck to today was like, this is what she said and this is why it logically doesn't make any sense. Because like, you know, fuck her apology, but at the same time, even fuck her excuses, because it's like, I'm acting. And then like the point is like, so are people in blackface. And if you just go through whatever they're saying and be like, well, this is why this doesn't make any sense. That's why I think logic was invented, because there needs to be some objectivity, whether you believe in whatever or not. Like you have to be able to break something down into what somebody's claiming and then if it makes sense or not. And if people are, because a lot of the times people on the extremes on both sides are not making logical sense. And if you could just point that out, then I guess everyone with a brain can understand that, and then other people can just be mad and will never listen to anything you say. But it's like, nobody, Philip DeFranco. Yes, there you go. He does a lot of research as well. So I think the answer to this on Twitch is just do the research. And it sucks because a lot of it's going to have to be done on individual people, because you know, they are the people with the power, you know, and individual streamers who like people follow and agree with whatever they say. Like it's scary where like, you know, if somebody from her stream saw anything we said today, they'd immediately be like, fuck everything that person ever does ever. But it's like,
we have a lot of people who are like that too. Like we have so many communities who just like actively try and, I mean, downvote's the easy way to put it, but like hide our content from others because they don't like us because we said a thing about train wrecks or a thing about Ice Poseidon or a thing about whatever streamer. It's hard to attack those people when their community is so fervent against you that they can silence you.
so yeah, I guess my point is like, fuck the people who are never going to listen to you. But like, there were some misfires on the train wrecks thing, but overall, like, it was presented in a way where it was presented as research was done, and then this is what I concluded from that research.
Yeah, I stand by that video. There's like a couple small things I'd change in hindsight, but like,
I mean, after I know what I know about him as a person away from the camera, I don't take anything
About what?
train wrecks. Tyler.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
whatever.
he sucks.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Like I'm looking at like what I'm really interested in talking about, and it's, I mean, there's a lot of stuff we don't cover on the show because we just, you know, fucking try to get through it all the time. But it's like, obviously video games and technology and stuff, but like there's a lack of a voice on the platform that we're on, and like it or not, or if anyone pays us to go somewhere else, like we're stuck here. So like trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, and I think the only way to do it is not like, it's through fucking doing a lot of research, and it's so much fucking work, but I think that's the only way to do it is like look at fucking everything and present the entire story, and then find people who are either hypocritical or saying something that doesn't make any sense or making bad points, and like, you know, it's something I'm interested in tackling. And that's kind of what I realized today, of like, I couldn't get my mind off of the fact that she said what she said, and I was like, we have to
Sorry,
bring it
not
up.
sorry.
I'm all about that. We're gonna have to strike a balance about like being able to do the proper amount of like research and like pre-production work, and then also still be timely. Because I think that like today we hit something like right when it needed to happen with the time wise, and before we had the production but not the timeliness.
Yeah.
And now we have the timeliness but we lack on the production.
Yeah.
So as soon as we can strike like a really solid middle ground there, I think that that's the thing that's hot.
Okay. Yeah, I agree, man. It's like, we'll see. There's always going to be funny ball hits and stuff, but like, this is something where I'm like, fuck, I'm so discouraged by the way the Twitch community handles problems like this, where I'm like, fuck. Someone said rip. What happened?
The
I think they're talking about to Nick.
Oh. Yeah.
I think too, Twitch is a largely white
I'm not even talking about race. I'm talking about everything.
community. Yeah, well,
There's a bunch of fucked up shit.
yeah.
Even just
there's-
interpersonally, like, there's some people who like, and you know, a lot of it boils down to people being sexist and racist because people are bad, but it's even more than that. Just people who are not good, doing good things for the platform, and are harming, and people, and are more popular than ever for doing that.
Yeah, but when they are so popular, to call them out is generally unpopular, which is why people just don't do it. But I think that it's still important.
Yeah. So Nick says, as someone who loves it, it's exhausting. It's you know, being part of the video game industry in this day and age, it's just gonna happen. But it's like, I don't know, man. I'm interested in tackling it in a way. I don't know what that is, but it's definitely like a concern for me. And it's interesting because I'm tired of the back and forth and shit. Twitch community is largely young, and unfortunately most of us were insufferable assholes when we were young.
Yeah, no,
I think the
myself
people who are
included.
The slightly older ones, people who are our age, are like not the problem. I think it's the younger people who subscribe to the Donald type mentality.
Yeah.
Good. Well, then I want to use logic to try to sway them even more, or even just give them the entire story.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that like if they're being impressioned upon by Twitch, that it is really important that there's accurate and good content for them to absorb, as well as all of the fucking garbage that there is. Like, because there's a lot of garbage.
Yeah.
And then there's cyber garbage.
I know, and it happens all the time. She's not the first person to go on camera and be like, "I'm sorry you're offended, you snowflake." Like, so dumb. So I don't know what that looks like, but I'm gonna start diving into like what's the best way to cover that shit because I'm interested in it, and I look up to a lot of people who do that. And it sucks because a lot of people are like, "You're just talking about other streamers because of view, like you want to get views and stuff." I'm like, no, man. Like, what if I just want to like try to say something of value?
I read some of the comments on that YouTube video that you did about Tyler, and everyone was just like, they just did this so that they could get fucking big on the internet. They just look at
the last thing I'd want are his viewers.
look at how many more views this video has than any of their other videos. Haha, they just did this for the fucking drama, blah blah. But like, I know you, and I know that's not true. And what your message in that video was just like, hey, internet, are you aware that this guy is doing this? Because I'm just showing you facts about what he's doing and what he's personally said.
It's really take it or leave it. We should talk to Twitch about this, dude, because like my main concern is that like I think I understand what the difference between trying to talk about something and harassing somebody is, but like I just want to make sure what the things we're saying are always like focused on, or first of all, not going to get us in trouble. But I think if you're just not an asshole, it's pretty easy to not get yourself in trouble.
Being not the asshole part is key because my take on it, which I don't know for sure, just like from like tangential conversations with Twitch employees, that like there isn't like, you know, a codified written law book. It's like really a feeling based and intent based thing.
Yeah.
And I think that almost always our intent is good and educational.
Mm-hmm. But it's like we are like in this case today I was trying to target ideas. We did target one person. Like I think it's better if you try to bring up a bunch of people, but like.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we were to make this into like a longer form, or like a pre-produced package per se, like it would need to be like
raise
there
volume.
would need to be counterpoints that have other
raise volume.
Committing. I think if we were making this into a package, it would need to be like we'd have to include counterpoints and also people who have similar offenses. Like I mean, obviously, like I very slightly drew on a doc parallel because that's a gimme. But there's other people who do this.
Yeah. And it was never right. This was just an easy one to take shots at. All right. Well, there we go. We did it, guys. After show had. Anything else? How's your car, Joey? Broken? Did they confirm it's
we can talk about this more on Friday because I'll have you more information. It's just like forever content. But basically, the current status right now is that her insurance is a very small insurance provider that is actually a broker for other small insurance providers. They provide like support and like the backbone for their insurance. Mm-hmm. So like her insurance is supposed to be Nightbrook, but it's not actually Nightbrook. It's like the parent company. And they have like 2 adjusters for all their claims. They're just like they're not someone who employs a lot of people to work on this stuff. So the current status is waiting for the adjuster to be able to like interview and talk to the lady who hit me. Because they have to, like, you know, do whatever adjusters do, get the full story, determine, like, whatever. And even though they can say, like, oh, your car's clearly totaled by looking at it. Oh, you're not at fault. You were parked and not in the car. That's just not how the insurance process goes. So right now, I'm kind of, like, stuck in the bureaucracy of insurance. And because their company can't move fast because they're understaffed, that means that, like... I'm scared to get a rental car because I don't know exactly how much I can spend on one. I don't want to like, you know, go over and then be fucked, or I don't know what kind of a check payout I'm going to get for
did
the
you,
car.
Did you contact your insurance?
Yes, I did. I contacted my insurance right away, but my insurance isn't doing anything to help because I wasn't like I don't have I'm not insured for uninsured other drivers.
Oh shit.
I don't like I almost
But
I have
she
like
has insurance.
she does.
My
I
thing
have
is,
a
like,
little above minimum.
When someone hit me, my insurance fronted the money for the rental, and then
But did you have rental on your insurance?
I
Because
didn't do anything.
I
dude.
don't have rental money. I don't have rental coverage on my insurance.
Oh, I did. I didn't do anything. When I was hit, Progressive took care of literally everything. I made 0 calls. They told me where to get the rental from, and then they told me where to put my car, and then they handled the other person's insurance completely.
Yeah, that's what other people have told me too. And I don't know. I don't even think it's because I have like a lower budget Geico plan. I think that however it works with them is the sense that I have uninsured other drivers and I'm just not at fault. So it's all through their insurance. Because the lady, when I got off the phone with Geico, she's like, "Okay, I'm going to connect you with their insurance." And I'm like, I have their phone number, but like you need to talk to them. So that kind of sucks because it would be nice if I just had someone on my own team who I can call. If I can just call my Geico lady every like 4 hours and be like, "Hey, what's up? What's the status? What's up? What's the status?" But I can't. I'm just kind of in like shitty limbo, and I'm like working so much this week, like doing other stuff that I'm just gonna have to like Uber back and forth a lot. It's just gonna be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I had. To be fair, I had good insurance, but it was also $4,000 a year. So, just know. That.
Oh yeah, no, like my insurance was like $430 for 6 months.
No, that's not bad at all. Mine was terrible. I don't even drive. I just get to pay all the bills. There you
Mine
go.
is $200 a month, and I literally have liability insurance. So
To be fair, you keep hitting things though.
You also go into a garage a lot.
Yeah.
what?
You also have to go to a garage a lot. She's paying a lot of. She's paying all that out of pocket.
Fair, yeah, but I'm just so it's not like I'm done. Like this whole situation, I'm gonna come out ahead, so it's not a big deal a week from now. But right now, it's just kind of grating.
Yeah.
You guys, I quit my job today.
Yeah. Living on the streets.
You quit your job, or you put in 2 weeks.
I put in 2 weeks,
Okay.
but I let them know that I'm done.
But now you get to put in minimal effort.
Yeah, I do. No, I don't.
What?
Not if I want to have a good relationship
That's
with
true.
them.
That's
And
true.
I do want. They are going to freak out in like a month, and they're gonna call me back and be like, hey, this is embarrassing. They actually told me, so that I was like, I am giving you a chance to counteroffer. Here's how much this other company's paying.
Hold on.
me.
Did you say that, or were you like, I love working for you guys. It's just I have to take the job with more money, or were you like, I need a counteroffer?
I said, I was like, I received a job offer, and I think that it's pretty good. I think that it would be kind of silly for me to not take it.
The whole time you were unbuttoning your pants and pulling them down to shit on your desk, right?
Yes.
'Cause that's the power move. You
Yeah.
gotta be dropping a log when you.
Yeah, but I said I wanted to give you the opportunity to counter if you'd like to. And my boss is like, we can't do $7 an hour more. And I was like, well,
See ya.
I was like, okay, well, I mean, if you want to make a counter offer, you are welcome. And so then he was like, I'll talk to this HR person, and he talked to him today, and he was like, they came back and we're like, yeah, we can't offer you anything. They're like, we have no counter offer for you. I think because they thought that I was
Bluffing.
but then I put in my 2 weeks notice and did not get a response from him.
Yeah, you got to do something, man.
So
We had, let's just say there was at some point in history, there's a landlord we didn't like. May have left a glass of milk in his ceiling.
I really wish I knew the follow up to that.
Wait.
Well, actually,
Alex.
I didn't do that one. I've done something else to a different landlord.
Oh, okay. I was like,
That
wait,
was
you
somebody
did
else.
something to the place?
I don't know. Guys, confirm, no deny. I'm just saying that if you have a bad experience, you're allowed to leave dairy somewhere in the building.
I'm not gonna do that
Well,
because, like I said,
then you must not like him. You must not
probably
be
only
that
do
mad.
that once a year at least, right? And I mean, she did do it last week.
That's true. So, no, glass of milk is not code. Just that if you have drop ceiling and you put dairy in it and just let it sit there, it's gonna be a problem eventually. And that guy's place is already a fucking dump, so not a problem. But yeah, it's hey, it's even better that they didn't. It's fine. It's better. The way you make more money is you make more money.
It's
So
better. It's better they didn't make me a counteroffer. I'm sad because I do like all the people that I work with.
you'll like all these new Korean people. It's fine.
I've heard a lot of horror stories about people working in like fast fashion establishments like this that
Yeah.
are like all Korean.
Just do more drugs. It's gonna be fine, dude.
What?
Somebody said I heard that on a podcast. I don't know if he said that told that story. Fair enough. All right. Well, hey, Brooklyn got a job. We solved racism.
Jin said racist.
Racist.
I'm not racist. I am going to be the only person in the building that doesn't speak Korean.
Well, then you gotta learn Korean.
I only know how to say like 4 or 5 things in
I
Korean.
know how to say woman.
Yes, you do.
Nyoja.
God damn it.
Oppa Gangnam Style.
Okay.
Oppa New Job Style. All right, guys. Alex, is your house full of ants? Yeah, kind of. I put a bunch of
Yeah,
ant traps
kinda.
everywhere. And then
It's
there was
going
one more
well,
thing.
it's going
Foster's
well.
Bob, he said, should we care? I just want to, I care about
Hold on, I'm gonna come
Foster's
back to
Bob.
this.
I'm curious. Should we care what some racist person says? Yeah, if they have like 3,000 people watching them, I guess I should point that out. And a lot of people who are defending their actions. That's why I saw it was important.
Yeah. I mean,
I agree with that.
I think.
Also, sidebar. I'm sorry, Brooklyn.
You're fine.
Faustus, I turned off shipping to Australia because we were having problems with the new system, and I think you're the only person who's ever bought something from us who's not from like the United States or Canada. So I apologize, but if you do want something in the future, talk to me directly and we can figure something out.
Wait, so what happened now when he tried to buy it?
I don't think he did,
Oh.
but I'm just like giving him the heads
How
up.
much is the shipping usually?
Normally the shipping is much more than like we charge.
How much?
I don't know what it would be for like a tank top or the other stuff.
Like $20?
Probably.
It's paid for. If he orders something, the shipping's free. Just have him order something and then free shipping.
I think that but even like the system won't let him right now. So if you do want something, talk to me. We'll pay for the shipping. Talk to me, Foster.
Yeah.
You want something?
Yeah, I don't know if he's still
Our
watching.
store's fucked up for Australia.
Yeah, but just it's free. Great. Cool. Well, there you go. We did it. Sweet. All right, guys. Fun stuff. Solved racism. Solved cars.
It's a big day.
yeah.
And I think that we got a new character. Coral is a lawyer, A+.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
A+ character. All right, guys. We'll see you guys on Friday. Have a wonderful eve.
Bye.
Goodbye,
Bye,
ladies and gentlemen.
everyone.
Oh, he said it's okay. I have a U.S. address. Well, just send us where you actually want the package to go, and then we'll make it happen for free.
Bye.